Right, so I like to say Barak the Hawa, Barak the Hawa Shah, Barak the Hawa, Barak the Hawa Shah, Bahashem Rakaha Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. And salutations to you brothers out there that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. Let's get straight into it. This is an article um, from the news network. So here, the title is A National Stay-at-Home Order, a question mark, where the public stands. It says, as hospitalization and deaths continue to rise, some public health officials are calling for a national lockdown to help control the pandemic. That includes Michael Osterholms, a member of President-elect Joe Biden's COVID-19 advisor board, who is calling for a 6 to 8 week nationwide shutdown. The short-term consequences will be staggering. Just look at March and April when the jobless rate soared from 4.4% to 14.7%. Is that something could Americans could stomach again? So real quick, man, you could see the situation that's taking place. People are already losing jobs. Businesses are getting shut down. Well, when you have people who start businesses, those businesses open up jobs for other people, which increase productivity, which increase money going into the economy. So with this second shutdown is going to be a major problem for these people, man. More jobs are going to be lost. The economy could most likely crash, and a lot more suffering and sorrows are going to come. So real quick, let me grab the scripture. Isaiah 24:10. The city of confusion, right? The city of confusion being America. America is in a confused state. America being the people. You people are very confused because you don't know what's really going on. There was one lady who was on the news last week who complained that her business couldn't have outdoor dining, but they set up some type of outdoor dining no more than 10 feet away from her. So she was very confused about that. So a lot of people are becoming confused about what's going on, man. Right? Not only because of this situation that's taking place with the COVID-19 and a possible shutdown, but more reasons why this place is the city of confusion is because it promotes homosexual, transgenders, it promotes lesbianism. These are also why this is the city of confusion. So it says the city of confusion is broken down, and like I was saying, is being broken down by what? By this COVID-19, by these elites setting all these things up so they could push in that RFID chip. And it says every house is shut up, and this is what's coming. Every house is going to be shut up, man. Right? They're about to do a nationwide shutdown, a possible second one, which is going to put a lot of you people in a devastating place, man, or situation. So it says the short-term consequence will be staggering. Just look at March and April when the jobless rate soared from 4.4% to 14.7%. Is that something Americans could stomach again? To find out, um, Fortune and Survey Monkey polled 2,247 U.S. adults between November 30th and December 1st. We found that among U.S. adults, 58% support a national stay-at-home order in which everyone in the country is required to remain in their home except for essential services. Meanwhile, 40% of the public oppose such an order. That support is striking considering the economic damage caused by state issues, shutdowns in the springs, and the majority of the people, which is 40% of the population, is coming against that because a lot of them people own businesses. Not only that, but some of those people are already in a situation to where they can't pay their bills. So hey, the scriptures um talks about, many sorrows and Salakia. Salakia, bear with me for a minute. I couldn't see the recording button. But a lot of that is causing a lot of these people uh or putting these people in even more of a terrible situation already. Many sorrows are upon you people, man. So it says, the that support is striking concerning the economic damage caused by state issued shutdowns in the spring. It also speaks to how concerned Americans remain about the pandemic. However, that support level is down from 65% in a Fortune survey monkey poll in September. It says, perhaps not surprisingly, we found a massive political divide. The majority of Democrats, 87%, and independents, 76%, support a national stay-at-home order. Meanwhile, only 24% of Republicans would support such an action. So, hey, we coming into those times where a lot more jobs are going to be lost. A lot more people are going to suffer. You coming into some troubling times. And that's what it tells you here. Let me get the scripture. Let me get the scripture real quick. This is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3, verse 1. And the scripture says, this known also that in the last days perilous, and that word perilous goes back into the Greek, which means dangerous or troubled times. It says, this known also that in the last days perilous times shall come, man. Perilous times shall come. So you people are about to be in some grave, some grave situations, again, to where a lot of you people are going to lose your business. A lot of you people are going to lose your jobs. You won't be able to pay rent. You won't be able to get food. You won't be able to take your showers. A lot of you going to be evicted. Man, hey, the Most High got some judgment coming to you people, man. This is the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 3. And the scripture says, and in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall buy themselves, it says, bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened, right? Because a lot of these businesses is going to have to straight put um, closing down on the front of their doors and their windows. Oh, closed down, shut down, we're closed, we're permanently closed. A lot of that's going to happen, man. It says, verse 4, and the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. And and real quick, this is why I say the water Yahweh Shimon Shah, because he could put brothers in situations where you're going to be all right. Brothers with essential jobs and brothers who don't have essential jobs, Lord willing, let the Most High be with you. But as of right now, the Most High could have you in a good position right now. But you have to always be prepared for the situations that'll come towards you as well. So let's keep going. And the scripture says, and the doors, verse 4, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. So real quick, let me grab this in the book of Second Esdras. Lock it, man. So I can't stand these add-ons. So let's get it, man. This is the book of Second Esdras, chapter 6, verse 22. And the scripture says, and suddenly, Salakia, it says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall surely be found empty. And the trumpet shall give a sound which when every man hear it, they shall be suddenly afraid. At that time shall friend fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in the fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Whosoever remaineth from all these that have told thee shall escape and see my salvation in the end of your world. So hey, gonna be able to see the end of an age, end of Esau's world, man. So back to the article, it says, perhaps not surprisingly, we found a massive political divide. The majority of Democrats, 87%, and independents, 76%, support a national stay-at-home order. It says, meanwhile, only 24% of Republicans will support such an action. U.S. adults who support a national stay-at-home order grouped by political party. So you can see here, uh, Republicans, here support 24%, oppose 75%, Independents 67%, 33%, Democrats 87%, 12%. So more likely, that's the those that stay-at-home order is going to come to fruition because there's more supporting than opposing. There's a split among different income groups. While 70% of Americans earning 15,000 to 29,999 would support such a measure, only 50% of U.S. adult earning over 150,000 would back it. There's no clear reason for the divide, but some of it could come down to higher income earners. Remember how quickly stocks crashed in March at the onset of the spring lockdown, and lower pay workers might be more cautious, even Salakia, given the facts that their jobs often involve face-to-face contact with the general public, man. So that you go, and then you could, if it be of you, you could go through this, read this article yourself. But as you can see, man, we're approaching another shutdown, man. But other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and end it from there and say Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shah, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rakaha Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, and salutations to you brothers out there that's doing this work of true sincerity. I like to say Muwaffaq Bible, which is death to Babylon. And Lord willing, this is edifying for you brothers out there that's doing this work of true sincerity. I like to say Shalom.